Before we begin this episode of the Artcast, I need you to leave a comment right now and tell us what you guys want from us.
What more do you want from me?
We've been grinding these pods and we're still stuck at under 10 subscribers. That's just embarrassing for us. But that doesn't mean it's your fault. We just want to know what you guys like to see. Whether it's something we already do or something completely different, just let us know and we'll try it out. Because as you'll see in this video, we are down bad. This is like the lowest point of Gwad you'll probably ever see, but we're gonna make a comeback, don't worry. We're not completely lost. If you've seen our community post, you'll know that we'll be pausing the podcast series to experiment with other types of videos. But the Artcasts are here to stay. And to fit the theme of this video, go ahead and give us some prompts for us to draw in the next Artcast, and you will get a shout out if we do decide to go with that prompt. Now enjoy our poorest creation yet, episode 3 of the Artcast. What are we doing, like an hour?
Yeah.
Alright. What is up, everyone?
What is up?
We're doing an Artcast because we have been kind of not getting content in, but Artcasts are the easiest thing to put out. What are we gonna draw?
Shut up. We've been busy, guys. You don't even have any idea what we've been through right now. Alright. Having a lot of stuff going on. So I know none of you guys care, but one of these days I'm gonna be like a millionaire. Everybody's gonna clip this up. And yeah. Anyway, so today I'm gonna be drawing a remodel of my room because I want to make my room into an office instead of a bedroom. And I got a few talking points here. Jeremy, of course, is not prepared, but I am going to take my layer here and start with my door.
Alright, I'm gonna. Oh, let me make a different canvas.
You better make a different canvas. Alright, guys, so I just got back from the gym. I have been practicing boxing, and I'm training to fuck up our strongest Gwad member. If anybody's in the 180 range, 180 pounds, you're going down. You're easy work. But you know,
What do they know?
hold on. I'm trying to look. I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna draw this. So like I got like a whole large queen bed in my room. I'm not gonna lie. I'm contemplating just taking it out. It's a good bed size. But like I'm getting to the point where like I just want more setup. I want a bigger setup. I want like a library. I mean, not a library. What's it called? A bookshelf. And then I want like some plants, and then I want to have like a space where I can just crank out a few push-ups or something like maybe like a coffee maker in here. Honestly, I have like no idea, but I want to make it like kind of where I could just almost do everything in my room. But this bed is taking up a lot. I'm not gonna lie. This is at least 40% of my room taken up by one bed. Oh shoot! Jeremy, say something.
I'm probably gonna do like this city setting or some shit. Cause recently I've been drawing manga, and this will be good practice for like drawing backgrounds.
That's so true. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've been down bad for money. I've been really trying to get that bread. But you know what? I got an idea. I got an idea recently, which I'm pretty confident that it's gonna be a pretty profitable business idea and venture. So what I have in mind is, you know how AI is like rising a lot, and a lot of websites are putting in their own AI,
Yeah.
like Khan Academy and Canvas and Notion. So I want to do like a business that basically takes the AI, and I'm gonna help the boomers incorporate the AI in their business. So I'm gonna go on their website and then add some AI, and then I'm gonna charge them a subscription to keep it running. Although right now, I'm not gonna lie, that's like thinking way in the future. I can't start there. So what I thought about doing is I'm gonna work my way up there. So to begin, I'm gonna do like a website. I wanted to build a website where it's kind of like a sales page. So it's basically like telling people why they should get AI incorporated into the websites. So I want to like be able to sell this idea because I know a lot of people and a lot of like old people in specific aren't going to understand the potential of AI yet. So they haven't caught on. So I had to like make them catch on. So I got to make, I think the landing page is going to be like, what is, um, so the model is called AI, which stands for AI Automation Agency. So I have to kind of explain. I think on the landing page, I'm gonna make it like, what is AIAA, and then
Right.
just kind of like a short little explanation, and then a little like why you're missing. I want to like make this FOMO, like fear of missing out, so that I kind of invoke in them like this feeling of like, oh shoot, I gotta hop on this trend, because it's true that like a bunch of services and a bunch of websites are putting in their own AI, but the reason why they can do it so easily is because if you're a big business, um, you can actually just like tell Google like put some AI on my website and they'll do it. But they charge a lot right now, and they only have a limited space. So only for the big players, they're like saving and helping in order to put AI. But it's actually not that hard to kind of get some AI running in your system. You can even have like an AI salesman, saleswoman, or whatever. And I've been finding these I've been finding more of these like concepts interesting. Like you can actually train an AI to kind of be like a helper. So you can have like a chat bubble in the corner of your website, and you can just chat with a kind of like an AI representative. But even if you can't do that, you can do things like um let me see. Ideas. Well, I guess I can't. I'm thinking too much into the future. Right now, I'm actually I'm trying to read up on a book called 100 million, what is it, 100M, I don't know how to, what is it called, 100 million dollar offers by Alex Hormozy. And that book goes in depth about like how to make an offer, how to make like the perfect offer. So I was gonna read up on that today, but like I was actually messing around a lot with Notion, which is like to try to get my life in order. So I have like, man, I have a lot in there. I have like a to-do list. I made a to-do list, a gratitude journal mixed into it, and then I had to put that on my phone. I had to reorganize my phone. But aside from today and the AI agency, Jimmy, what have you been up to?
Well, mostly I've been
Jerking
like
off
in terms of like
and
projects.
sleeping. Bro, you gotta make yourself sound big,
Sound big?
like a hot shot.
No, guys, but for real, I've been working on a project which I won't go into detail about because I'll probably
HI.
no, like it's not what it's not like something that like is announceable
The
right
first
now.
time.
It's not announceable right now because it's just not to the point where it's something I'm proud of yet. You know.
You gotta sell them a little bit. Tell them about it.
I
Why
mean, I
should they
can.
care?
So I've been working on like drawing manga, and I've always been inspired
Oh,
by that, like the art. The story is, I guess,
what's it called?
what?
What's it called right now? What are you thinking about calling it?
I'll reveal that when I get to like a point where
Or what's it about?
I won't go into detail yet, but let me just
He's
talk
not.
about like my inspiration for it, like the inspiration for the project, like starting it and shit. So I've always liked.
I just like girls so much, and I made a manga about girls.
I bet you guys
Psych.
would
I
love
made a
to see
manga
that.
about men. I think they call that. A lot of Koreans do something like that.
What?
Not really in Japan. So Korea, there's like a thing. There's manga, and then there's manhwa. It's kind of weirdly, but like it's mainly popular in Korea. So Korea kind of does like web comics, but manga and web comics are kind of different. Because web comics
Right.
is like mainly digital,
Yeah.
and manga's like
I think yeah, I
it
think that's
depends.
where I'm gonna start though, digital, cause I don't
So
got
it's
the
called
fucking resources to.
MANWHA, and that's popular in Korea,
Hmm.
and it's mainly digital. It's like all digital, and it's made for like the phones and stuff. The most popular one is called Solo Leveling.
Yeah, I've heard about that. It's getting an adaptation.
It
I'm pretty
finished.
sure.
Yeah, but in terms of
Um.
the story, it's finished. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course I watch anime, but I don't read manga as much as I like watch anime, and I only read it if I'm like really into a show and I want to like see what the fuck happens next. But the art in the
See what the
manga, since
it
authors have more
sucks.
time, it's usually better. Yeah, that's pretty much where my inspiration comes from. Just seeing the art, like these fucking beasts. Like some artists like have a what is it called? Like a due date where they gotta pump out chapters in a certain amount of time, and their art is like you wouldn't expect that to be drawn in just a week.
Boing.
And that's like the level I want to get at. But with the story itself, I don't know if I like ever was into like writing stories and shit. I would say like classes in school, English classes. Even a recent class that I was in this year, it was called AP Lit. Like it was just so much work, and of course it's literature, so you gotta read and shit. But I think that I think that helped me like
Like reading.
discipline myself to read more.
Basically, it's mindless work. Nobody likes it, but it's rigor. It's all about the rigor, where you kind of gain
Yeah.
because you get
If
that
you
iron mindset.
if you view it like
You
that,
gotta survive.
and if you don't view it as like, um, I gotta get the grade. Of course, do that like to succeed, but at least try to get a benefit out of it for your own mind. Otherwise, you're just like working for no reason. And that's kind of what I did when I was like developing the story. I would like take all these elements from what I'm reading in school and what I'm learning, and that's pretty much how I like developed the story of the project that I'm working on. The art itself is, I don't know how to explain like the growth of that. It's just learning, practicing,
Yeah.
and inspiration. But yeah, the story is pretty much developed all the way. Most of it, I would say, to the point where like I actually like started the project. What's going on over here? How do you,
What
how do
about
you
in
do
the real
straight
world?
lines?
How does the real world affect your art? Like, have you
Oh yeah,
seen
yeah, yeah.
yourself mature and your art mature at the same time? Or have you always just kept the same, like, age level type of drawing?
Yeah.
Like,
As
what I mean by that is, like, you used to draw, like, goofy stuff, and now you're kind of, how does it change? How has it changed from
yeah.
the goofy stage
So I
character
mean, this goes all
development?
the way back to when you're a child. You draw goofy stuff all the time, and even if like you're not even trying to draw goofy stuff, it comes out goofy unless you're like just born talented. But
Like me.
before I like actually try to learn stuff, it's just like me trying to copy and paste instead of seeing the way like perspectives actually work. Like have you ever learned about like 2 point perspective and all that in like art class?
Yeah.
Like that. I didn't know that like that's how things are made, like environments. Like the city that I'm about to draw. It was probably
In
made with
New
um
York.
that perspective in mind. I'm from just like drawing shapes to like get out a
Oh shit.
picture in my mind and it would not look right. But now
Um.
that I know like the fundamentals to it, it just helped me evolve my art.
Diggy, diggy,
I
diggy,
was gonna
diggy,
say
diggy.
something else though. I forgot what it was.
Diggy, 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 diggy. Diggy, 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 diggy. Hey. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I've been on a streak. No gaming. I'm like gamer free. I do not like to game anymore. I'm not gonna lie, it does not pique my interest anymore. I'm thinking more maturely lately. I've been thinking in terms of my love life, getting
Oh
a
yeah.
girlfriend, about dating, about how I want to go about that, or if I even want to date, or if I want to be one of that, or if I want to be committed to like a mission or God. But it's like I don't feel very strongly about in a religious sense, I don't feel strongly in the idea. Now I've kind of pondered on it before, but now I'm just kind of like, it's, yeah, I really find it hard to find an event in my life where I was like, there has been a few events that are kind of inexplainable, but I'm like, I can kind of explain it though. Like there's still a slim chance that something, this and this happened to happen, and that's why it didn't happen. And like every single time, there's always like an explanation that, all right, there might have been this happen or that happened. So I'm not heavily leaning in the direction of becoming like Islamic or Christian, or honestly, if I were to be religious, it would either be Islamic or Christian. Even though Islamic is new to me, I have seen it grow on social media like a bunch, much more. Because Christianity has been just clowned a lot. Like they've just clowned Jesus so much on social, on like on a lot of social media. Honestly, it's just kind of like, I'm not gonna say it's a joke, but they take it like a joke. Whereas like if you try to like disrespect Islam, they get they get offended by it. You will probably get killed by making fun of their religion. So they're very non-tolerant of many things, of disrespect, of their God and their religion. Aside from that, in
So
terms of me drawing,
what are your thoughts on what you were saying, like your love life?
oh
Like
that,
what have you
yeah.
been
So
thinking?
I've been seeing a lot of people do this like Riz stuff, bro. And I'm not gonna
As a
lie,
joke though.
it kind of gets me jealous though, because I'm like, these guys aren't even that good, and I'm like, these are literally like a bunch of kids who look the same. They all have that curly hair. They all have that fluffy hair. They look cringe, and I'm like what? Like, even though rizzing's a joke, I'm like,
Right.
it revolves around the idea of flirting and how well you can just pick up girls. And I'm like, how? Like, if I wanted, could I go on command and pick up a girl just because I can? And I'm like, no, I don't have that ability. So it's kind of humbling to see like people that are lesser than me just get girls so easily. Because it's like, that makes me wonder, like, is it the girls in the West that are like this? Or like, is it something bigger like that? Or is it just like me that I'm not like conforming to this like TikTok type of like trendy look? But honestly, I would never conform, honestly. I never feel like putting my hair in order to look more like a TikTok boy or anything like that. I honestly wouldn't see my a future where I just put on hair like that. Even for a joke, I wouldn't do that. Because I don't know. I have pride. I have too much pride in order to do that. I couldn't put on like no maid dress. That shit is just weird. That is too weird for me to go. But for other people, I'd probably laugh if they did it. But in terms of girls, man, I have not been looking too much at girls. I've been just looking to find what's been on my mind, but it hasn't been like on my mind, like my mission. My main mission has just been finding like what do I believe in? What can I commit to for at least a year, like back to back building, like waking up, doing that, and building towards that thing. So that thing has just been becoming right now. It's not perfect, but my kind of model to making wealth right now is becoming a freelancer and basically just putting my name everywhere. Except I want to like stick out, right? There's thousands and hundreds of people applying on Fiverr and Upwork and all these freelancer websites and commission artists and stuff like that websites. But I have to stick out somehow. So I'm like, how can I get better? How I had to like master this ability to market myself and to sell people and to pitch, that's the right word, to pitch this idea that I have and say, hey, if you're not taking advantage of this idea, here's what you're missing out. But I'm not trying to be like scammy in it, where I'm like a guru, where I'm like, guys, buy my course today. If you don't buy my course today, you're missing out on some 200% gains or something like that. I'm not trying to be that guy, but I'm trying to take like that logical approach where it's like, if you don't do this thing, like here's what the media is saying, here's what's coming out about like AI and stuff, and here's what you could gain from me helping you and incorporating AI into your business. But um yeah, right now I have like a whole build of a whole whiteboard, like just kind of planning out how this is going to go. A lot has gone into this in terms of planning and really just trying to set myself up for success and hit the ground running when I'm ready. But I would say as of right now, I don't have any proof. I don't have any like screenshots or anything to show you guys, but I'm getting there, and I'm definitely like just ready to just start cranking out work towards just building a website and just showcasing it to all you guys. And even if not all you guys, just for me to be proud of, right? Um, in terms of art, honestly, I've never been a good artist. I can't say I'm like Jeremy, where I can just pick up a pencil, or even just go and open up Photoshop or anything and just start drawing. I'm not gonna say that really makes me very happy if I'm being honest. Um, I will say I am kind of inclined to do it just because of people like Leonardo da Vinci, who are able to kind of visually show their ideas on paper for other people to understand. But at this day and age, I could just hire somebody to kind of I don't even have to hire anybody. I could just give an AI some ideas and I could just put in like mid journey and get a sketch. So I can't say that I'm like inclined to start drawing, but I do like writing. I think a lot of people kind of notice that. Even if you look in the about section of this channel, I'm the copywriter. I'm the dude who writes stuff in the channel, all the posts and stuff. So I do like writing a story. I will say that. I like a good story. I like a good story like Berserk or Vinland Saga that really have like these huge character developments. And they always try to push this lesson or philosophy, which I really like. But I don't really think that's gonna make me much money. It's a hobby, but at this point in my life, I just don't have that type of I don't have that type of money to waste. Eventually, my bank account's gonna reach zero, and I'm either gonna have to beg or um borrow money from creditors or my parents, and that's gonna be all shit show. So, um, I gotta stick to business. Gotta stick to the books. Trying to upgrade my business skills, my sales skills, marketing, and investment plans. But I guess I've just tried to kind of occupy my time a bit more with also getting my personal life in order. So I've just started making my life into like a routine where I kind of do the same things. Not copy and paste same things, but I would say kind of like more or less when I would eat, when I don't eat, um, when I work out, when I sleep. Really just nailing down getting those things consistent. So right now I'm pretty consistent in what I do when I sleep, when I eat, when I uh what I eat, and pretty much what I do for the week. I do have to kind of make like a I would say like I had to kind of put it on paper my schedule. I'd like to kind of have it on my wall so I can just remind myself. And right now I'd say the thing that isn't really much work. I wouldn't call it like I'm not gonna really gain much from doing it, but I would say it's just kind of fun. Like what I'm drawing right now, I'm trying to draw my room. I'm trying to draw what it would look like if I finished remodeling it. But if I'm being honest, it's just so hard to imagine what this would look like as an office. It's so much smaller than I'm drawing it to be. But I think if I were to redo a lot of it, I can't have it. Oh man, there's just a lot to take into account because the more empty, the more sound just bounces off. Yeah, it's hard to make a room. Hard to make an office. What if I just kind of like, what if I start pivoting it away from like talking about real life? What if I start talking about like fantasy or something? Where do Jeremy, where do
Fake
you
life.
escape? You don't, where do you escape? Like, you know how people say, I escape from my life and hop on Call of Duty or hop on the game with my boys and I just
Yeah.
forget life's problems? Like a Hakuna Matata, I would say.
Um.
You know how on Lion King they were just like eating bugs and shit, like not worrying about life?
Yeah.
Like, what's your like escape? Where do you kind of go when you just want to like not have to deal with shit? Or what makes you feel
Hmm.
just like time doesn't matter or like my problems don't matter anymore?
I don't know.
Shoot.
Cause
I'd say when I
I
read
guess
like
when I like
when you
very late, if I don't like sleep until like 3 in the morning or something.
you're a chump. You probably wake
Because
up at
like
like 12.
because that's
Yeah.
like the only time where I'm alone and I don't like the day is over. I don't gotta worry about my like responsibilities, I guess, or
Do you
not
care about
responsibilities because
influencing people?
influencing people.
Oh yeah, do you want to be like an influence to people, or do you just want to be a guy that just works and starts a family and just kind of
Well,
ends it off like
my
that? Are you
yeah,
like
I do
inclined
want to influence people.
to influence people's lives or a person's life?
Yeah, it's kind of what I do, like all this YouTube stuff.
All right. What if it doesn't work? Does
Sucks
that
to
pop in your
suck.
mind a lot?
What?
Doesn't that pop in your mind a lot?
I
Like, what if
mean,
just don't you have like
I think
regrets?
only regrets I have are like not doing things that would maybe get me like ahead. Cause like in terms of where I am on YouTube, from the time that I like started doing it to now, it's been years, and so many more videos could have been uploaded. That's like the only type of regret that I feel. But in terms of like, of course, I think about like the slim chance that I do like become this Mr. Beast or something. But like as soon as I start to think about that, my mind like just gets flooded with like the thought of I can't think this way. I gotta think of it's possible. Like if I even think it's
Okay.
not possible, I'm not gonna get there.
What about in terms of like, hold on, let me I kind of have to reference to somebody to a work right now. I have like a book in specific, which I can kind of develop a question off of. See if I can find it. Chicka chicka oh, blah. Let's see where it is. Uh, thinking, thinking. Do you ever have like an existential crisis where like you kind of
Hmm.
think to yourself, like, what's the point of life? Or like, why am I alive? Or why is anybody alive? Does it matter?
Nah, not really. I used to, like when I was in middle school, or no, even like when I was young, cause I was like afraid of that type of shit. Like, but it was kind of dumb, cause I was young. Like nothing mattered back then. But not anymore, really.
Man, I think when I was in my sophomore to senior year, I was getting those thoughts a lot, where I was
Hmm.
kind of like discovering. I discovered actually a couple philosophers in experiencing that. I was just really thinking a lot about a conformity and how I'm going to separate myself from this mob. Like everybody over here is doing this, but I don't feel like I want to do this. I didn't know what I wanted, but I was like, I don't this doesn't feel right. Like just following everybody, just doing what the book says, doing what everybody's like recommending, like these nobodies telling me to go here, apply here, do this. But I'm like, what does it matter though? Because I'm gonna do this for 4 years. I'm gonna apply to all this stuff. But why do I want that? Why do I want to do all this stuff? And I'm like, maybe I'm lazy, right? Maybe it's just all up to the fact that I'm a lazy piece of shit. I should have applied myself more. But then it's like, well, if I really wanted it and I wasn't just listening to everybody else, am I wrong for wanting to listen to what my feelings are saying right now? Meaning, like I'm feeling like this doesn't matter, right? I guess I don't have the wisdom or the knowledge like they do, but then again, it's like, but these people, this is the furthest they've gotten. Like the furthest they've gotten, sure, like maybe some people in that school enjoy what they do. They accept the sacrifices they had to make, like the wage they had to put up with, the people they had to put up with, and the policies they have to kind of put up with. But then it's like not everybody in there feels like they have the heart to teach a class. And that makes me think, should I be letting these should I be letting this overwhelming majority of people that hate their life and hate their job, and I can see it in the way they speak to people, just because they're just admins yelling all the time with like the highest blood pressure you could ever imagine, with veins fucking sticking out of their head. And I'm like, how are you gonna give me advice on life if this is what you amount to? If your emotions are this sensitive to people like literally just wearing the wrong clothing or just being kids. Like, of course, a boy is gonna not listen to the rules. A boy's naturally rebellious. And it's one thing if he's being disrespectful, but it's another if he's just, like hanging with his friends in the corner of the hallway or on the side of the hallway. Dude, I hated people who kept standing in the hallways. I'm not gonna lie. I hated people who did that. There were so many fucking like okay. I can't say that, but there were so many people that were just standing in the hallways, and I'd be like wanting so bad to just sock them or some shit, or just shove them out of the way, and like hide in the crowd or something. But hey, I mean, I don't have to deal with that anymore. Um, but now I haven't been feeling any existential crisis lately. I haven't been questioning my like meaning of life or why I'm on this earth or anything like that. It's more so just been, what do I need in order to separate myself from everybody else? Right? Because I don't want to be associated with everybody else. I want to be this individual, not this majority that people fit into, you know? Like statistically most guys are just inclined to be addicted to pornography. But then it's like I don't want to be the majority that is addicted to pornography. I want to be the minority that doesn't do that, that's disciplined, that does what the minority do. So I want to like, in order to do that, one thing that I found that I don't think anybody else has experienced as much as I have, and that's kind of loaded, but I guess if I'm saying it through my eyes, I just haven't seen anybody progress as far as I have to becoming completely different from people. And in the pursuit of becoming this part of this minority that is disciplined and that is disciplined and works on their body, works on their work life, and works on trying to make wealth and just trying to do what they have to do in order to provide. I just don't see many people that are my age that kind of are on this path. A lot of my people my age are kind of like just like on TikTok and stuff. And that's kind of made me think to myself, like, should I conform just a little bit in order to have a little more people around me? Should I conform a little bit into this TikTok stuff, into these TikTok songs, into these dances, into these things that people do, into this like what I'd like to call it like degeneracy? Should I be a little bit degenerate in order just to have a little more people around me? Because I'm just starting to go insane of like having very little people to relate with when it comes to my struggles and my dreams and my the route I want to go in life. And one of the ideas I've kind of been, well, I had the idea once, but I was like how easy, how much better or worse could it have been if I had grown up with a sibling that was a guy, so a brother. Because I didn't, I'm not from a family with a lot of people. And I kind of am, but at the same time, many of the people that are related to me are kind of separated from me, and have been separated from me for a couple years, so I'm not too well connected in terms of family. But I kind of think to myself, and I'm like, how much easier would life have been if I could just have had like a brother to guide me? Because I remember sometimes I was in like elementary, and I would have some friends, and they would have brothers, and they would kind of stick up for them if they were ever getting bullied. But for me, it was like, you know, it was like, who do I go to? I guess I just had to like run away or something because I'm too weak, and these guys are like significantly older and heavier than me. So it's like this feeling of like, what do I do? You know, if I know I can't really resist, because if I do, I'm gonna lose. I don't know. Um, Part of me thinks I kind of have a problem, kind of hold me back, or maybe some thoughts, some things I just can't forgive or forget, which I kind of need a therapist to talk about. What else? I guess I'm hungry right now. Jeremy, what are you hungry for?
Hmm. I mean, I just ate, but I could go for a nice steak. Who couldn't go
Nah,
for
dude, I
that?
never had steak.
Really?
I would probably enjoy it, but like, I don't know, dude. It's I don't know how much money a good steak is. I don't even know how to cook a steak. Honestly, I think I'd be too scared to like undercook it or overcook it. But I honestly just eat a lot of fish. I prefer fish more than steak. I'm not gonna say it's superior, but like it's just more affordable for me. You get a lot more for what you're getting.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
like
like
fish.
$10 a pound. It also has a lot more fish oil, which is good for your brain. I mainly eat like salmon. I'm starting to stop eating tilapia because I've become aware of the fact that tilapia, you can farm tilapia off of chicken poo. How it works is like a lot of tilapia farms basically have this like ecosystem, like this process where like you have the chickens and you have tilapia. The tilapia are shoved into this big tub that's like the size of, I'd say, a queen bed. And the tilapia can live off of chicken poo, and you can feed the tilapia, the bad tilapia, to the chickens. So it creates like this running little like this infinite food glitch, I guess you could call it, where like the chicken feed the tilapia and the tilapia feed the chicken. And I'm like, hell no, I don't want to eat that. I don't want to eat no like tilapia that's like messed up, filled with poo. So I've been starting to eat like more salmon and more stuff with like stamps where it's like wild caught stuff like that. So I've been eating sardines and eggs and stuff like that. But man, I'm gonna be honest. Shit. I gotta make friends. But like I don't know how to make friends. I don't know where to go to find the friends that I want to find. I'm not trying to like go to the mall and hook up with like some randos that I just met that like I want to like not hook up, but that's the wrong word. But like link up with some guys that are somewhat on my not level, like stage in life. And I just don't know where I don't know an outlet where I can go in order to find those type of people. But then it's like, do I, do I, am I the person that wants to just look for people, or am I the type of person that wants to attract people? I don't know. How much time we got, Jeremy?
We have 8 minutes.
Until we end?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Jeremy, you fill in that time.
No.
Yeah,
Honestly,
what
the thing that I'm lacking, like what I'm like need,
uh,
is like just a response from people. No, not a response. Like, um, well, I've been live streaming on my main channel, and what I noticed is that it would be so much like more rewarding if people were there with you, like just talking to you, like even if they say dumb shit, like they actually give you stuff to like talk about instead of just like I don't know.
yo, I need people so bad.
What?
Well, what did I get a beep? Oh, never mind. Um, yeah, I've lost the plot, bro. I don't know how to make friends anymore.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
we're
going crazy. Yeah, I gotta like start talking into the camera because like if I don't get these thoughts out of my head, I'm gonna I'm gonna start like I'm gonna start doing some weirder and weirder stuff in order to quench this craving of just getting it out of my mind. Because sometimes I just like feel like saying something, but I'm like, there's no one here to listen. There's no one to chat to that I can say this stuff comfortably to. So I'm like, what do I do, huh? What do I go back to gaming and start chatting with people in that game in game? Should I go back, reintroduce myself back into gaming and kind of enjoy that? Or should I say no? Because I'm not going to build a real relationship over online talks. I've gone through that route before where I've enjoyed a lot of my online friends, but I just know that like that's not going to lead to anything. I've had like relationships online that have lasted like 5 years at a time, and it's led up to nothing. So I'm like, at this point, if that didn't work, and a lot of the people around me are just weird, then like, and I'm kind of weird. Well, I'm not weird. I'm just fucking nuts right now. I'm just like nuts sometimes. So like, I guess I gotta start talking into a camera. I gotta start going somewhere to like get this out of my system.
right.
I gotta like go on a rant, record myself more. And it doesn't even have to go anywhere, honestly. I just need to say it to something to an imaginary listener. Oh, I like. Wait. This reminds me. I actually do really like music. I actually do kind of escape myself in music. So
Yeah.
I might start doing that more. But in terms of friends, I'm either gonna make friends with a therapist because I'm kind of getting this. Whenever the more I journal, the more I start to kind of figure out that like, it was kind of wrong what happened when I was a little kid, and I can't let go of that now that I just came up in my head. So part of me is gonna have to think of a way to cope with that, either with a professional, or just coaching, or just writing on a piece of paper my thoughts. But I've tried writing on a piece of paper. I have like 52 entries, somewhere around that, of me talking to myself into an imaginary person. But it's starting to get to. I need something more. Like it's starting to escalate. Where like I need to get I need to go like a step further. Now that's not like quenching my desire to speak through paper, through words. Now it's like I've kind of I've only done it once, sorry, but like I kind of started like voice recording myself when nobody's listening and just talking about stuff. But that's not good enough. I don't think I enjoy that, honestly. Yeah, I gotta stop doing that. I'd rather listen to music. I think I enjoy music a lot more. But I can tell you that I don't think I've ever been this crazy in my life, and I definitely need to find a way to cope with it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be like off my what do you call it? I'm gonna seem a little deranged more than normal. I'm not gonna be able to control it as well. But no, I was onto something with the music. I actually do like music. I actually kind of lose myself in music, so
Hmm.
I might start like looking into underground music more. There's this one guy I like called that makes music called Kani. He makes some good music. Yeah, I'll experiment with that. But I definitely don't like talking to myself anymore. It's starting to drive me mad. So um, you know, it's funny because I don't want to have to. I think I might. I think I might have to pay somebody to start like listening to me. And it might sound wrong because you're like you could just go talk to somebody for free, but it's like, why would I burden somebody about my problems? Like that's all I'm gonna tell them, like my problems in life. I don't think I want to have to make somebody go through that without compensating them in some sense. Like if I told you all my problems, which I try not to ever, because I either tell it to somebody that wants to hear them, or I say to myself, because it's like you don't gain anything from me venting, but I have to vent somewhere. So I used to do that on a piece of paper. Now I'm kind of like, no, I'm not so close to the idea. Hold on. Yeah, I'm getting a phone call. I don't know what this is. Two other girls. Whoa, dude, shut up. My God. Oh my goodness. Finally, I can go eat. Yeah, guys. So I should have drew a girl. Damn, fumbled the bag.
Anyways, this is it, guys. This is the end of the video. Um, I know this drawing wasn't too much. Is that a bug?
No, I erased it before you could see it.
But
Damn,
yeah,
snake.
guys. I really want an input from you guys. So comment
Like,
what you want us to draw, because that'll make it a lot more interesting and easier. Just type some random goofy shit that you want us to draw, and we'll do it.
I can see you going insane a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You like hoping so bad that we pop off so you can actually talk to somebody. Because I've gotten to that point too where it's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I hate you. All of you don't bother to talk to me. So why should I give a fuck about you? That's where I've gotten to. I just insult an imaginary listener because I know that half the people skip off or jump off at the 2 minute or 1 minute mark. So I'm like, fuck
If
you,
you guys,
whoever you.
if you guys don't start leaving comments and giving us more views,
I'm gonna whop it. I'm gonna whip it out.
I'm gonna do some insane shit.
If you guys don't like and comment right now, you won't hear from me tomorrow.
It'll be your fault.
See, that's funnier when I insult somebody that doesn't exist instead of like being like, "Yeah, guys, we love you. I hate you. You should kill yourself now." Okay.
All right,
Anyway, guys, that's it.
that's it.
So
See ya.
I